What do you do, babies? I'm not gonna say welcome back to my channel because I don't know. But I hope you guys have been doing great. I'm good. I've been doing good. Period. And I just wanna try and get back on YouTube and be consistent. If I did tell you, I'm not naked. So yeah. And I feel so awkward right now because I haven't done this in a while. But this is just gonna be me getting ready for doing nothing. Not really not doing nothing, but I haven't showered, so I'm just gonna be washing my face. I'm gonna do a little skincare routine. I don't know if it's even ready to be called a skincare routine because I literally only have 4 things. Nakona, it feels like I literally only have like 3 things. That includes washing my face and Ubering when I'm done washing my face. I wouldn't normally do this routine. So like I haven't showered, I just brushed my teeth. I'm still washing my face so I can just have breakfast and clean the house. So I'm just doing this so I just have something to do while I record this video because I just don't want to be talking and not doing anything. So yeah guys, I'm just gonna be washing my face and just prepping my face to just basically eat breakfast and clean the house basically. So I don't have much to talk about really. This is just a visual journal of where I currently am in my life and what's been going on. This is for future me. This is for future me. Okay, so I'm just gonna start and wash my face with this. I'm obviously really it's yes baby. Okay, but this is what I use to wash my face before I actually use my cleanser. I don't know why I do that, but yeah, I'm not using this one obviously. I just wanted to show you the packaging. So that's basically what I use to wash my face before I use my cleanser. So my cleanser is a 3-in-1. I'm going to show you guys. It also doubles as a scrub, like a mask and a scrub. So when I'm going to use it as a mask, I like to wash my face first with the Dove. I don't know if that makes sense, and then I'm going to use it as a mask and then wash it off. But I'm just going to quickly wash my face before I put on the max. So I'm back. I just washed my face with the Dove. Got to kaka lip therapy because we're not about to pasha. My face looks a bit dry right now, but I'm now gonna apply my face mask while I talk to you guys. So this is the cleanser that I use. Wait guys, yeah, this one, I hope you can see it. But it's a wash, it's a 3-in-1 wash, scrub and mask. So I'm using it as a mask right now just for the sake of this video. I'm gonna use this little brush to put it on because I've got nails. One normally so yeah guys, this is just a visual. This is just a visual entry of just what's been going on, where I've been. This is so satisfying. I don't know how I'm gonna concentrate. Let me not be too quick because I just want to talk about guys and you know, when as a person, like I feel like you know what you're called for and God has clearly showed you what he wants you to do and why he's brought you here on earth, and your purpose, you've got it on here. Like like you know the plans that God has for you, and he has literally like communicated those plans to you. Yeah, but I want to talk about when you're in that place basically of just knowing you're good with God and you know, and he's carefully direct. Oh my gosh, snacks it. But like you know and like you're excited because God is clearly communicating with you. Like he's clear about it. I know what I mean. according to God, impilo ayimi, like impilo yakho ayimile. Yeah, but according to God, He's got you exactly where He wants you to be. But according to me, is not make sure. But nakona, really, it feels like that only when it comes to my career. Because I will. Hey, then. And I don't want to take out the new one because I feel like this one, yeah. But I feel like so got the levy to 70 So when you know purpose, but then it just feels like the opposite is happening. Immediately the opposite of what God has said happens. Yeah, well, immediately you think, you think whatever He has said He's going to do, basically that's where I am. Just to give a little backstory, God took me to Joburg. I never wanted to go to Joburg. If you know me, everybody who knows me, I was just like, after school, I want to stay here in Durban. I don't want to go to Joburg. I'm not that girl. But I did have low-key, like, I was kind of craving to go there because I wanted to explore, yeah, well, if I really wanted to do sports directing for the rest of my life. So and I really, like, that was like a surprise to me because I really never wanted to go to Joburg. I think it wasn't even 6 months in, 3 months in, okay, you're not gonna stay here for long. When I make extend my contract when that's I remember just going into a depression kinda because I'm like, dude, you bring me here. I don't want to be here. As in my face, I'm just gonna take out a new one because this one I really didn't. You know when you're not ready to open like your new product. This wasn't the time that I thought I'd be opening my new product because no, I am kind of sad breaking her virginity. God tells me that, and I low-key go into a depression because I'm like, first of all, you bring me here. I don't want to come here. Now I'm having fun. Now my bank balance is definitely having fun. My parents are happy. Say grand, the same planning. With my friend that I was living with, that I had moved from Durban to Joburg with her. This is what life is gonna look like. I book guys snacks to get you the theater. I just feel like I look weird. But anyways, just don't mind my weird looking face. So I'm just planning, guys, when I'm telling you, if you know me, you know that I was having the time of my life. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie to you, mates. So and God tells me that I'm not because at first I thought like, am I crazy? Is it my head? What's going on? So my ziba leon, because I thought it was just my head, but like my emotions, like I could tell that I knew that was something was going on because every time we had meetings with our boss and he'd speak about our future in the company, that used to make me so anxious. Like even when he'd speak about, oh, we're gonna have a meeting to discuss your contracts and like going further, I would just be like so anxious because I'm like, I don't believe I'm about to just not take this job. I remember my friend saying to me, whether we have go and you're not happy right now, what's going on? And I remember she was the first person that I think I like came to tell her, like actually say. I think it was the first time I literally made myself say what was like I was actually feeling. I'm just say, bruh, this ain't it. God is telling me that and I remember being so emotional after that conversation because I think it, for the first time ever, I was real with myself and what God was saying. Like I was coming to terms with it, and she was like, yeah, no, one thing about you, Jay, because I was slowly like coming to terms with it, and so she was the first person that I told. I remember just a Simak being one thing about us, and I got so emotional, like just being like, I would do something and better, this is real. And she was like, yeah, no, that makes sense. And she kind of pep talked me, Sinje, dude, if this is what God wants for you, this is what God wants for you. Oh, and I remember also just telling my sister, my spiritual sister, so she was also like the other person I told, because God, in this journey now of him revealing to me everything, he told me, even the people that you trust the most, because not everyone is going to understand what I'm trying to do, and it might instill doubts, because a lot of the things that I'm doing in your life don't make sense. This is so satisfying. A lot of things that I'm doing in your life won't make sense, and so if you out of love, advise out of love, like by instilling my fears and you end up not doing what I'm trying to tell you to do. And so I tell my sister, and she's just like, La Lela. Today, was it the day? No, the day before. It was the day before. God was just giving her like a bunch of scriptures, and she's like, I don't even know who they are for, because they're clearly not for me, and one thing about them, they're for you. And God kind of gave me a scripture. I think it's Isaiah 46. Isaiah 46. I think I'm gonna put it somewhere here, if I don't start the video with it. Well, Isaiah 46, and it talks about God saying, I am he who will rescue you. I am he that will sustain you. And I've sustained you since you were born. Before you were formed in your mother's womb, I knew you, and I've carried you. And until you have gray hairs on your head, I will still sustain you. And that was it. I remember us just going, like being so emotional over the call. I'm just like, bruh, so this is final, this is it. And when is this? This is September. In contracts, he was supposed to talk about them being renewed and what's going to go on with our contracts in November. I'm October. It was around August. It was around August having this conversation. So then I knew it was final. I was telling my parents, even though my parents are spiritual people like my caller and they understand all these things, it was a bit hard for them. My partner already, I think he was the first person who knew about it, and he was just like, no dude, are you sure? Yeah, we are caller though, like he's on the but he was just also like worried, am I sure? And then so that's that. I come back to Durban. I'm thinking, baby, I'm like, yeah, God, ngicela nje ukurest November, December, January, ngicela nje ukurest indaba zomsebenzi noma singayibona February, thinking now I'm in control of what God has started. Lalela, I just had to go. My face is feeling a bit hard now. I just had to go and airdrop videos from my phone to my laptop because space. But I came back to Durban and I'm trying to tell God that I want to rest and relax before he gives me a job. Fast forward, I've been back. It's probably like 6 months in. I'm still looking for a job. I don't have a job. I'm like, God, what's going on? But now it's funny because other things are happening around that. Other things are happening around that. I'm like, is this what you brought me back here for? Love what God knows that I love what I do. I definitely believe that he's pulled me into what I'm doing, what I studied for. He knows. So in the midst of me still like trying to be stressed because Omo Bereko Abuko I wanted to say the whole thing in Tutu, but mess. So I'm still trying to trust God for that. My husband now, my partner then, he proposes lobola masekuyalotshelwa yabo sekuyashada manje yabo. And still I'm like, okay God, I see all the beauty, I see everything else. Even with my ministry, I can see why I'm back in Durban, but I'm still here in the now of, why did you bring me back here in terms of my career? Hello, what's going on? Mind you, I'm applying, opportunities are coming, but it's just closing doors. There was even this one particular opportunity that I was inside. Oh no, I'm closing the door as well. Right now, that one opportunity makes sense. Why he closed that door as well? Because I'd be back to unemployment, because that whole thing, it's a whole different video, it's a whole other story. But it gets a bit stressful in the journey, because you start to doubt, like, did I really hear your voice? Did I really make the right decision according to you? You know what I'm saying? And so I just wanted to speak about that. Uguti, sometimes we think that, like, when you know what God has called you for, and when you know your purpose and everything that God wants you to do, it's gonna be smooth. It's gonna be perfect. I'm sorry, it's probably one of my neighbors. It's gonna just fall into place easily. Kandinje, I'm currently learning in this season, Uguti unkulunkulu, we need to just trust that he knows what he's doing. And wherever you are, it's exactly where you're supposed to be. Because again, I got married in November, and I had such a beautiful year altogether. Like saying clearly, I'm like, this is actually a beautiful year. And he kept his word. Remember when I said, when I was coming back to Durban, the scripture he had told me was he was going to sustain me. I had the wedding of my dreams. Ukuthi kanjani ngingasebenzi mina nawe? It's only God. Like, it's only God. Between my partner and I, it was only him or seventy, but I had the wedding of my dreams. If I has I will sustain you. And one thing about me, my lifestyle, you know. And so uNkulunkulu is truly, like, truly truthful to his word, and he's truly faithful. That's what I wanted to say. uNkulunkulu is very faithful. He truly doesn't lead you into a place where he's just gonna leave you. He can't do that. And so last year, my sister and I have just been sharing via Zoom and doing all those things. And uNkulunkulu has been really revealing again what the season I'm stepping into is going to look like. It's beautiful, guys. I dream about it. I hear about it. uNkulunkulu talks to me about it. So I'm like, yes, let's go. And it was so funny because he was revealing a lot to me about this year towards the end of last year. 2023, we are ready for Jerusalem. I look so stupid with this mask on. So I've washed my face, so we're just gonna wait for it to kind of air dry. So because while I chat a bit. Oh hey! Anyways, so we are ready to go into Jerusalem this sana. But I figure Jerusalem. No, so figure, no, relax. This is all figure Jerusalem. But I'm excited going into the new year. Like, I know everything that God is doing. I'm in his plans. I'm there with him. Yabo. Can you imagine already, like, in Joburg issues, when the vision is so clear about a season that you're stepping into, new year, new season and all that, very good opposites. Opposite and feeling I understand when I can tell you January, February, the amount of tears shed in this household, losses, you know what I'm saying? I don't even want to go into that because I'm not ready to talk about it, but yabo leyo nto leyo. Even December where was very like short-lived, like the fun and all of that, because half of it I was in bed, ngiphelile amaphilisi, my husband taking care of me. Yeah, I understand that leyo nto leyo. But that's a story for another day. And so now I remember talking to my sister, I'm like, your father is not making sense. Tell me right now. Your father, sana. Like, I understand you could see it, little picture like it. And now I'm just in a place where I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we expect like we still want to be in control, even when he's clearly sure that he's in control. I understand. He said he's going to do it. He's a man of his word. Logo vela kushintsha uthebele ngizokwenza manje inkinga yethu sisesazi usivele into izokwenza ufuna yenze ngendlela yakho. You still want to be in control, even when you claim to have given God all the control over your life. That was basically me. I now want to be in control of when the things that he said are going to happen. And it's not going to work. So I just want to encourage someone who's currently in that season of, I know God, all the promises and all that you said. I can see everything else, because like literally in my life, the one thing that is just not making sense to me according to God is my career, but everything else is as it should be. Yeah, boy. And so I just want to encourage somebody who's in that season right now. I would say a purpose is clear, a vision is clear, is clear. Trust God in that first step that he's gonna take. He's gonna say you must take, even though step 2 is you're probably gonna take step 2 in 5 years time. Asas, just find uguba content in the first step that he has said take, because there's clearly a reason why he has you in that place. Just spend less time trying to like be frustrated and trying to figure out, why am I not moving to step 2 right now? I just realized that I've been recording at the highest quality, so if only I should tell it because of that. But I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up. This is the serum that I use. I hope yabunagala. So Njaya, as I was saying, instead of like just try and figure out why does he have you where he has you, instead of trying to get yourself out of that situation. Even maybe you're going to keep out of that situation like prematurely. God knows exactly what he's doing. So there's like a certain peace and contentment I have in knowing wherever I am in my life, because God said everything, and understanding that everything that God does in my life is very intentional and very calculated. Yeah, but we were talking about that with my husband is after church. Like literally cares about us, and he's so intentional. He's so intentional about even the place that you go worship at and fellowship. He's intentional about every little detail of your life, and that's so beautiful. Learning that is intentional about me. So yeah, and guys, I think I just wanted to talk about that. That was just in my heart to talk about. And this is the day cream that I use. But this is the day cream I use to moisturize my face. This is literally the last step of my skin routine. So that I want to talk about. So coming back on YouTube, my plan is to just sort of document how I go about, being intentional about Nami, putting myself in a place where putting myself in a position where I know what's going on and why Nkulunkulu has me here. Because I've been spending most of the time, as much as I've been spending most time like hearing God and hearing what he has to say, I've been spending most of my time frustrating myself and trying to control when he does all these things. So now I wanna just be at a place where I'm also like saying, okay, God, I'm here. Why Kunji? Why am I here? Why Kunji? Why am I here? So I'm just gonna be documenting that, like just figuring out the journey, and yeah, also just being more intentional myself. One thing about two big little pork. So yeah, guys, I don't know if that made sense, but I just want to come back. This is just my first step of me committing myself to YouTube. Also to say I'm here, I'm alive. I'm also just embrace whatever season. Continue clapping for them people. Like, people in my life are doing great, big milestones. I'm here like I'm just cheering for everybody, and that gives me like a whole lot of hope as well, just seeing your peers doing great and all of that. We're gonna be here clapping away and just soaking yourself in wherever God has you. I don't know if I made sense at all, but yeah, I'm coming back. I'm committing myself to coming back and just documenting my journey. Also figuring out being a young wife and figuring that out. I don't even talk about that, yeah, but I'm really talking about it as well. And just the journey to purpose, or like being in purpose, and just answering to God's call one step at a time, answering to God's instructions one step at a time. It's never gonna be easy. Never gonna be easy. But I love you guys all with the love of God. With the love of God. See you on my next video. Hopefully soon, but I used to get an SD card for my camera as well, because this phone thing, never gonna be Lula. Never gonna be Lula. I love you guys so much. See you next time. Dun, 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 dun.